One, two, three fentanyl pills. It's not a nightmare. It's reality. Uh, it's nice to be streaming again. I wanted to do something fun for Halloween, but had a really rough time lately. Haven't felt very fun. You ever see that Nightmare on Elm Street 3? I know, that would be the cool claw to have, right? You remember that one. Here, I'll give you a hint. I think I saw something a second ago. Yeah. Here we go. This was Nightmare on Elm Street 3. Yeah. Here, let me help you. Rig up. Freddy had the hypoderms as the claws. Yeah. It's cool. It's scary. Ah! I know. Halloween's over. Why be scary? Because people are dying. And nobody listens to me about it. I don't know, man. I know why. It's because I'm an amateur professional, and people get tired of that because they want the snappy professional stuff. But that's not what C-SPAN does. C-SPAN gives it to you raw because it's live, and that's like they've really improved since like the school bus. But that was an incredible bus too. Yeah, I'm celebrating. I made the video. Let's watch it again. I'm gonna do this till the cows come home, or until I actually save a life other than my own. Oh no, I'm not saved. I'm destined for doom. I've been there for like 20 years, so it hasn't been the best of times, you know. Here, let me see. Where did I leave that video? Oh, I guess I'll add a browser. There we go. Let's see. Let's watch it again. Again. I don't know what else to do. I never learned SEO skills. It's true. I don't know how to SEO to save my dick. It's never gonna happen. I don't know how to manipulate you into watching my stuff. All I can do is spam you with it. So, let's see. What's up with the browser? I don't see nothing. Alright. I'll try the other technique. It's cool, man. Professional amateur. Alright, here, this will work. Let's see, what about the audio? I gotta turn up the desktop audio. And then mute my microphone. I think I got it. Okay, let me see. Do I got it? Yeah? Yay. Woo! It's supposed to show up in this window. I got it. Let me make sure I got it over here. Yay! I'm really gonna do this time? Alright. Cool. Let's do this. I'm exhausted. I have a cigarette first. Here, just think of this like Pulp Fiction, except it's Pulp Reality. Yeah, basically. It's like Pulp Fiction. I'm doing this out of order because I really don't care what I look like. I make these videos and I fuck up all the time. This is a matter of life and death. There's, I'll say it again because I have the number in my head still, 330. That's the number of people that have died since the last time. Um, I made a video about like fentanyl that was very, very, very serious, and I made it when I got out of, I'd been in jail and I'd been in the mental institution, and that's the first thing I did when I got out was get back to protesting, and I smashed my guitar amp to pieces using my Stratocaster. You guys know how in love I am with that guitar, and how in love I was with that amp, that Roland, the bright red Roland that I got from Japan. Yeah, smashed it. Cause the song that I was singing, I was singing it's better to be bruised than covered in blood. It's better to be bruised, and that's a reference to being blue, you know, because you're black and blue when you're bruised. And you see fentanyl, these pills. Do I have the freaking chroma key? Yeah, no, the chroma key is still on. Say it again, just because I don't know, I'm too busy producing to really know what's going out over the air. This one man show reminds me of like direct dialogue. That was this thing we used to have at the TV studio that I think basically killed the station and made it so dull that nobody was down there anymore, and it was real easy to shut down and act like nobody cared about it. Like everybody had evolved to the internet and didn't need public access anymore. Yeah, that's not true. The reason why people stopped going was because the studio wasn't cutting edge anymore. Everything that they had to offer was something that you could easily get elsewhere. Like Final Cut Pro, it was already mainstream by the time it got to the TV studio. The nonlinear, we'd been doing the A/B roll analog editing, and meanwhile all the college and high school kids had switched to nonlinear, but we were, as a I almost said constituency, as a membership there at the studio, we were happy to continue to use the obsolete hardware because we were still broadcasting to our audience that we needed to broadcast to, which was a local audience, a community. And public access could have been like the most cutting edge makerspace, like when makerspaces started getting all trendy, like what, 10 years ago? I don't know, something like that. I think that's when I started hanging out at the Maker House over at that over by the downtown library. I think it was about 10 years ago. If I look up yeah, here, let me try. I know, it takes me forever to do anything, including make a cigarette. Let me see. When, window capture, sure. Oh no, I don't have that. Alright then. Display capture. Okay. Let's see. This was an event that happened. It's just important. If you don't get your facts straight, people think you're just pulling shit out of your ass. So I gotta do what I gotta do. Maker House. Yeah, there it is. Oh, there's another one. This is probably easier. Let's see. Yeah, that was back in 2015, March of 20. So about 9 years ago. Yeah, 10 years ago, exactly. I hit the nail on the head. About a decade ago, the maker spaces started getting popular. And like I say, public access could have been at the forefront, cutting edge of that, and been one extra place for people to unite and maybe make a program about democracy. I don't know. That's like the bulk majority of programming that people had to offer at the TV studio was like, Democrat. There was like the hemp constituency that wanted to legalize it, and that consisted of Shane Eden, rest in peace, and Lou Golden, rest in peace. Good friend of mine that just died. He's one of the first people to call me Zot. Hey, Zot. That's the way he'd say it. Lou Golden. Anyway. And then there were the libertarians. Those were, and I talk about these groups in my autobiographical tale, The Original Streamer, available on YouTube, the Internet Archive, and GitHub. And yeah, there was also the religious right. They call them religious right because they tend to, be Republican, right wing. I guess it relates back to France, and the left used to sit on the left side of the auditorium, and the right used to sit on the right side. Back when democracy first started, I guess. I think that's how the story goes. Anyway, but who's left and who's right? Like the speaker guy at the front, or maybe a photographer at the back? I don't know, man. I wasn't there. But yeah, there were some pretty core constituents in the political, they had messages, and it's just, I find that it's very difficult to get a running dialogue about these things. Usually it's some kind of a pundit or somebody trying to tell me how to feel about an issue. And I like to use my critical thinking skills, especially when I have real life experience with the topic at hand. I can't think of a person that I know that is still alive that knows more and is more experienced with goddamn fentanyl than me. I've shown you guys over and over how many 100 microgram patches I got prescribed to me over a 15-year time period, It was like, probably shocking. And again, I've explained over and over why I preferred the patch is because you only have to apply one once every 3 days. And that makes me feel like less of a junkie. Because if I have to take a pill every 5 minutes, well, it's nice if I only have to take one every 72 hours. Oh, they don't make a pill like that. Oh, but they make a patch like that. It's nice to set it and forget it, but at some point it got a really bad reputation. I think it might have been, what was it, a $10 billion lawsuit with the drugstores that were tasked with providing me with my medication. Anyways, yeah, I could talk about this. I just get more energy because I get totally freaked out. Post-traumatic stress totally freaks me out. I'd been putting off looking up that number, that 330 number. I've been looking that up. It's shocking. I made a song called Time Flies By. Actually, it's more like a release, an EP. I made an EP called Time Flies By, and it's about that very topic, about how if you blink your eyes, a year's gone by, essentially. And it's true. Because if 2 people die every day, and it's been 165 days since May 26th, then double that. Let me see. Yeah, 165. That's 330. Sleeping bag, body bags, maybe. That's fucked up. I always thought it was fucked up when you'd watch those news, like Dateline kind of 2020,
It's all fucked
60
up.
minutes style investigations about how deconditioned inner, or just to say city slickers. City slickers can become very deconditioned to other city slickers. And they'll put up like a candid hidden camera somewhere, and they'll have an actor or actress or whatever lay down in the street and lay there motionless. And like these city slickers will just step over what looks to be a carcass all day long without checking to see if it's breathing, you know. And then like John Quinones or somebody will pop up, or like Barbara Walters, somebody will pop up and say, "Hey, why didn't you check to see if that person was alive?" And then they go, "Who, me? Oh, I was just here looking for somebody. I didn't even know." Yeah, we have you on camera. We see your eyes. You noticed that person on the ground. Why didn't you do anything? And then they go, "Oh, I'm busted. Oh, well, I just didn't want to deal with it. It just looks like another bum to me. Another motionless bum, you know." I carry around, oh, whatchamacallit. I did. I did. You know what? This is a prop. Okay, I carry around a cell phone. It's shiny like that, right? And it just so happens. Do you see that pattern that develops underneath? It's like you can. It's like a mirror. It's really, if they're breathing, it's very. You don't even have to try. You just use your phone. Oh, here's my phone. Yeah. It's like nobody talks about the opioid epidemic because it's totally scary. And nobody does opioids like I do. Like I just said, I don't think I know a person that's done more fentanyl than me and is still standing. Said it over and over and over. Near death experience, rollover car accident, years on fentanyl, umbilical noose, uh, all kinds of near death experiences and close calls. And I'm still here. I'm not a lost cause. And I'm still making new things. And I'm still trying to get people to understand the errors of their ways when I actually notice that they're erroring.